What if the reason you can't get ahead isn't because you're bad with money, but because being broke is outrageously expensive? Imagine this. Your check engine light turns on during your morning commute, and you know fixing it now costs $300. But you only have $42 in your account, so you ignore it and hope for the best. 2 months later, the car dies on the highway. The tow truck costs $200, the damage spreads, the repair becomes $2,000, and you miss work. That $300 problem just turned into a $2,500 disaster. That's not bad luck. That's the cost of not having cash. We're taught that wealth comes from discipline and poverty comes from bad habits. Stop buying coffee, cancel Netflix, skip the little pleasures. But what if the real issue isn't lattes, it's something deeper and structural? There's a concept often called the boots theory. A wealthy person buys $50 boots that last 10 years, while someone with only $10 buys cheap boots every year and ends up spending $100 over the same decade. The rich stay dry and spend less. The poor spend more and still get wet. That dynamic is everywhere. Bulk groceries, toilet paper, diapers, cleaning supplies. If you can afford the larger pack, you pay less per unit. If you can't, you pay a penalty every single week. Your inflation rate is literally higher when you're broke. And then there's banking. If you have $10,000 in your account, you get perks and respect. If you overdraft by $5, you get hit with a $35 fee. That's a 700% interest rate for one mistake. The wealthy earn interest, the struggling pay it. And here's the psychological layer. When money is scarce, your brain shifts into survival mode. Research shows that financial stress can lower cognitive performance, meaning you literally have less mental bandwidth to make long-term decisions. So the payday loan, the fast food, the bad choice often isn't stupidity, it's exhaustion. The penalty grows bigger with major purchases like cars. Someone with savings buys a reliable vehicle at low interest, while someone with bad credit pays double for a worse car at predatory rates. The same product, different price, just because of risk status. So how do you escape this loop? Not by chasing 8% stock returns. The first step is plugging the leaks. If you're paying 20% interest on a credit card, eliminating that debt is a guaranteed 20% return. If buying a durable appliance prevents you from replacing cheap ones every year, that's an investment. And the single most powerful weapon? A buffer. That first $1,000 emergency fund isn't boring advice. It's the shield that stops small problems from becoming financial disasters. With a buffer, a flat tire is inconvenient, not life-destroying. Liquidity lowers stress, lowers fees, and lowers long-term costs. Here's the shift. Stop asking, can I afford the monthly payment, and start asking, what's the total cost over time? Companies want you focused on monthly payments because that hides the true price. When you think long-term, you stop being a profitable customer for the system and start being the CFO of your own life. Yes, the climb from $0 to $10,000 is brutally hard, harder than going from $10,000 to $100,000. But once you understand that poverty is a mathematical penalty, you stop blaming yourself and start attacking the penalty. You buy the boots that last, you build the buffer, you reduce the risk premium. And step by step, the math finally works in your favor. If this changed how you see money, subscribe, and let's keep exposing the hidden costs that keep people stuck.